What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mic Check Podcast. This is your host, T Word Champ. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about Undisputed, hosted by Skip and Shannon, the TV show, the daily sports talk show that comes on FS1, and the recent blow up on screen that some might think is scripted. I personally do not. So, I want to talk a little bit about the history of Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe. They've been on the air since approximately 2015 or 16, doing a daily sports talk show Monday through Friday. And they cover a lot of special events like the Super Bowl and things like that. But for the most part, they sit on TV for about 2 hours a day and debate different topics such as the NBA, NFL, and other news in sports. So, and sometimes they tackle social issues. Most of the time, it's Skip co-signing the listening, and it's Shannon giving his inside take because a lot of the social issues they talk about are things related to African Americans in America, such as the George Floyd situation and stuff like that. So as you can see, just by that basic information, they try to do a full scope of what's going on in the world around them and not just stick to sports. They're very big proponents of the things that LeBron James does. They talked about the Kyrie Irving situation recently. So they try to give the broad scope of what's going on in and around the world, including athletes. That said, you can see that sometimes the topics get a little tense. Shannon is a staunch supporter of LeBron James and all things LeBron. And Skip, he's big on the Dallas Cowboys. Leave it up to those guys, and those two entities can do nothing wrong. And recently, or over recent years, Skip Bayless has really been a big fan of Tom Brady and what he does on the field and just Tom Brady as a person. So on air, that translates to him going at length, trying to find ways to elevate Tom Brady above what he's already done. Obviously, he's the winningest quarterback in NFL history. He's got more Super Bowls than any single player. Um, so you really don't have to fluff his resume. You don't have to give him extra pats on the back to get your point across. It's hard to argue how great of a player Tom Brady has been and how great of a career he's had. Now, with that being said, Shannon had some issues with Tom Brady's recent play. As many people know, Tom Brady is in like his 22nd season. He's 45 years of age, and Father Time is undefeated. So it's starting to show up on the field. Even with fairly elite tools around him, Tom Brady has still found some struggle, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not having the best season, one of their worst seasons since he's been in Tampa over the last 3 years. They've won the Super Bowl since he's been there. They made the playoffs after a couple decades of mediocrity. He really brought that team back to life by being able to utilize the tools in the tool bag that Jameis Winston really couldn't do anything with. So this just tells you the impact of Tom Brady on Tampa Bay. He doesn't need any additional credit beyond that, but somehow Skip Bayless has found a way to try and uh, glaze over the fact that this dude is just not playing well because he's getting too old. I mean, you can't perform at the highest level when you get into that headspace, into that physical space. Your body just can't do it. So Shannon's been trying to point that out constantly. And then the week of December 12th, this really blew up. And you could see Skip really wanted to prove a point, and I think he was just working. But Shannon, he was adamant about saying Tom Brady's just not been playing good. Not just in the last game when they got blown out. He's just not been playing good. Skip went as far as to say that Shannon was jealous of Tom Brady and upset that he had a better career. Shannon Sharpe has 3 Super Bowl rings. He's in the Hall of Fame. And he expressed that on the air, removes his glasses. And he got to a point where he was so frustrated, he decided to stop talking. So what I want to talk about today, after giving all that background, is what do you guys think about this blow up? Does it seem like it was scripted, or could you tell that Shannon was really getting frustrated? And the bigger point is, what does that mean for Undisputed going forward? Because if these two men can't get along on air, that shows, or off air after that blow up, this show's not going to last. They seem to be actual friends in real life. So on TV, I know they have to be combative to be entertaining at times, but I feel like maybe it went too far to point at a man's resume. I mean, let's think about it. Skip Bayless's athletic resume is no better than the average dude. So you can't really call out somebody's resume when you haven't really done much yourself. So I'm wondering just how badly that affected Shannon Sharpe and what he's going to do with his future going forward, because he's under contract. So obviously he's a professional. He's going to try to play that out. But I'm starting to wonder, Is this the end of Undisputed? Is this the beginning of the end? Are things going to go south from here? I'm going to be paying close attention to this dynamic over the next few days and next few weeks and find out, because Tom Brady's not going to play any better. I can tell you that now. He might have one more good game the rest of this year, but I just don't see that team performing well under his leadership, because it's just not there. I can't blame it on the coaches. You got to blame it on the lead guy. If they were winning, he would get credit. He's got to he's got to get the credit when they're playing bad, and they're playing really bad these days. So if that argument comes up again, I'm really curious how that's going to go, because if Skip goes back to his argument that Shannon is jealous, things might get ugly. I don't think he actually put hands on him, as many people on social media are saying, but I do see it getting really ugly, and maybe Shannon walking off the set live on the show, and that will be a really bad look for Undisputed, which is considered the best sports talk show on TV. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. This has been T-Word People's Champ. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend, share it across the networks, and we look forward to seeing you back here. This has been the Mic Check. Until the next time, peace.